All right, this is episode 2 of Pauline, the big John Deere self-propelled called Momentum, M-O-W-M-E-N-T-U-M, model JS46. And I've taken the tank off and moved it back. I'm looking underneath the first time under the rewinder. I had some form of wildlife take off running when I first removed that, but I don't know where it went or what it was. I'm not sure if this mower is getting fire or not. Let me take that engine brake off, see what kind of compression I have. Use a little plastic clamp for that. Okay, let's see. Okay, the brake is off, but I see one problem already. That kill wire is too close to the flywheel. It may be a scratch there that's keeping it from firing. Okay, so that it appears, yeah, it's got compression. Let me show you what I mean when I talk about the, well, anyway, believe me, the kill wire is going in under the flywheel, and that spinning flywheel is super close to the kill wire, and all it's got to do is just scratch the surface of that wire, and this thing's never going to fire. It's grounded out, just like you would when you shut it off up there. The kill switch is clearing, so that's not the problem. But I've got to do something about that kill wire. Let me that's some kind of bug nest right there I got to get out. Hang on a second. Some kind of egg sac or something. I'm looking for my needle nose pliers, but I don't see them anywhere. Where are you guys? Well, let me just get a screwdriver, okay? So let's get this thing off of here, whatever it is. It's kind of some kind of critter thing. I don't think it's live. All right, I'm going to address this kill wire now. So I'm going to take it off. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, this is what I'm talking about. You see that? You see the kill wire there? That's where it's supposed to go. But it is right up against that sharp edge of the flywheel. And all it takes is for it to be spinning around and cut that wire, and you grounded it out just like you would there when you engage the kill switch. So I've got to move that wire and probably replace it because it's probably damaged. And that may be why this mower never would run for that guy. So let's try and take care of that. Really need to find my needle nose pliers, at least one of the pairs I have of them. I had several, now I got none. There we go, there's one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this kill wire off of here. just replace it. And if I replace it, I'm definitely not putting it back where I'm finding it right now. Okay, so I'm taking it out of the clip. I'm looking for damage on that wire. Let me go ahead and free it from the other side now. And on this coil, it's right there. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the spark plug too. Get that thing off there. There we go. And now I can get to this easier anyway. All right. I'm going to pull this on through. We're going to look at this kill wire and see if it's. Oh yeah, see that? I don't know if you got. Let me see if you can see that. See that? There's the kill wire, and this coating, this plastic coating on this wire has to be okay. And see that? It's definitely been eaten and chewed. It may not be enough to cause it to ground out and keep it from firing, but at least would have to put some electrical tape around that. But it doesn't look too bad, really. I'm looking for shiny metals, what I'm looking for, and I may see some. So let me see if I've got a kill wire over here that's this same length. Okay, here's the original one, and here's this one, and they are pretty much the same length. So instead of trying to tape that one up, I'm going to put this one on. I'm going to run my fingers along this and see if I feel any breaks in the plastic that would cause this one to ground out prematurely. I don't see anything, okay? So I'm going to rewire this and make sure it's nowhere near that flywheel. So I'm going to slip this under here. Looks like it's wanting to go that way, so I'm not going to fight that. I'll try and stick this on here. Get it and clip it on the bottom of the coil. Okay, now it's in there. Now I'm going to swing it under the spark plug wire and see what I can find over here to run it under that keeps it from getting on that flywheel. I can see why they did it that way, because there's not too much to run it under, but what I could do is run it maybe under this engine brake and then kind of loop it back. But let's try that. Let me see if I got enough wire to do that. No, this thing is not long enough. All right, what I'm going to do is come in this way and just make sure that the coil wire is bent the opposite direction of the flywheel. I'm going to see if that's stable enough. Okay, I think that's going to be okay. At least it's not up under the flywheel, which is what that's the main goal here. All right. I wonder if that coil's okay. I should probably check for fire on this thing before I go too much further. I wonder if I could just do that by turning this thing. While I've got it off, I'm going to go ahead and connect my spark detector. Okay, so here it is. Here's the spark detector. I'm going to take the spark plug boot off. and connect it to this. All right, and now put this boot, make sure it's connected, put it on the spark plug. So it's on the spark plug. Now slide the boot down. I know it's all connected. I wonder, I'll put this on the ground if it'll get spark or not. Let me see if I can get this string off. Oh, that was easy. So let's slip this out of there. Pull cord. I don't really need the tank for this. So I gotta attach this on there. I don't really need the dipstick. I do need to move that spark plug wire out of the way. There we go. And I'm going to try and get this where it's sort of in the correct position. Not like it was. There's a hole in that. There we go. There's a screw over here that fits down inside that muffler guard. All right, so now, when I got this mower, I was missing screws, so I've got to find some 3/8 screws that are going to fit in that, in the front here to tack that down. So anyway, let me do that. I'm not going to waste your time on that while I'm digging around for screws, but that wraps up episode 2 of Saving Pauline, the perils of Pauline.